Once again, this is a title fight. These two gentlemen are vying for the Dragon House Welterweight Championship belt. In the blue corner, he's 30 years old and undefeated in professional MMA at 3-0. He fights for Checkmat BJJ in San Jose, Mikey Gonzalez. His opponent, also at 170 pounds, 39 years old with a pro record of 7-5. He fights for Smash Gyms in Sunnyvale, California. Sam the Ram Spangler.
Gentlemen, this is the championship. I want you to obey my commands at all times, protect yourself at all times. If you want to touch gloves, do them now.
Your referee for this title fight is Ed Colantes.
Here we go, a new champion will be crowned here in the welterweight division here at Dragon House 22. Sam the Ram Spangler versus Mikey Gonzalez. Two very good strikers.
The last time we saw Mikey in here, he won with a highlight reel wheel kick.
Spinning heel kick, that's absolutely correct. One for the ages. In my opinion, was one of the best knockouts, if not the best knockout of 2015.
I believe it made one of the Fox Sports 1 recaps. On
yes, it did. Absolutely.
That was a nice front kick by Gonzalez.
I really like how he switches up and stands so fast. Spangler is a very good wrestler and striker. He looks to mix it up in all of his fights, and he's always making it a brawl. That's why I love watching him fight.
There was a mad dog rush into the guard.
Spangler is calling for posture.
That leg over.
Needs to control his head or his posture.
But I like what Gonzalez is doing. He's keeping calm and moving very slowly to get that arm bar. You know, he's inching his leg up every time he moves.
You know, this is very interesting. We haven't seen much of Gonzalez's ground game because all of his fights have been striking clinics.
But Spangler on the other hand, he's doing a very good job of defending. He's listening very, very well to his corner.
I mean, he's a wrestling coach himself. I mean, he has so much wrestling experience, so much teaching experience. So it's only natural for him to be a very coachable fighter as well. And that goes a long way in MMA because having great coaches, great trainers, great teammates is key to having a successful career.
Very true. I couldn't have said it better myself.
Very comfortable throwing up arm bars from your back, from mount, wherever you want. What does Gonzalez need to do if he wants to secure an arm bar from the bottom?
I feel like Gonzalez needs to be a little bit. It's a waiting game. It's a waiting game. You gotta wait till you see that mistake happening over and over and over again to capitalize on something like that. But again, like I said, he's doing very smartly. He's going nice and slow. He's inching. He's moving. If he's gonna catch it, he's gonna do it nice and slow. It's not gonna be one of those rush arm bars.
How key would you say to securing the overhook on one side of the arm is to finishing an arm bar?
Well, I mean, getting throwing that overhook is it's pinching down the pressure on the arm that you're gonna want. It's almost telegraphing the arm bar, but you're gonna have control of that arm.
Right.
So you need that arm to be able to hold it and to be able to throw your legs open. So you're telegraphing it, but at the same time you're keeping control.
I see.
So, and being as a veteran as Spangler is, he knows that's coming. He feels that pressure on his arm, so automatically you see him posture up to defend it. So,
And that's actually what I see. As soon as Gonzalez opens his guard, Spangler is just posturing up. We got to give Gonzalez a lot of credit. His ground game looks actually very impressive. Like I said earlier, haven't seen much jiu-jitsu from him before, since all of his fights have been striking clinics with him just landing punches and kicks at will.
there he goes again. He's trying to throw up that arm bar. I feel like Spangler, though, at this point, when he goes to throw that arm bar, he should sweep over and then just let Mikey overextend, and then he's in side control.
Right.
He knows it's coming, so Spangler can actually bait Gonzalez into letting him get that arm bar because he knows it's coming.
And pull that arm out.
And pull that arm out and then get side control.
Exactly. Or maybe he's content with staying in the guard and just stealing the round. So.
Oh, yeah.
Again, this is a 3-round championship fight here in the main event of Dragon House 22. Sam the Round Spangler versus Mikey Gonzalez.
Good first round for Spangler. You know, even a good round for Gonzalez, showing off his ground game. He's not someone to play around with on the ground, obviously. So I'm guessing the key to this fight for Mikey to win is to keep it standing. For Spangler, I like what he did in the first round on the ground. I do want to see a little bit more movement out of the guard, and for him to do a little bit more damage and being in that kind of position. What do you think, Brady?
I think Spangler is a brilliant fighter because he always plays his opponent's weaknesses. He strikes when he needs to, and I think he knows Gonzalez's advantage, and his strength in this fight is his striking. So I really like him implementing the tapping.
And I heard you earlier say that he's got a really good wrestling pedigree, correct?
Yeah, absolutely. He was actually a state champion from Montana, and he's even got a football scholarship for college. So he's a very impressive athlete.
Very, very athletic person then.
Absolutely.
It always makes good fighters.
Yeah.
You kind of teach them anything and they'll catch on to it.
Second round here at Dragon House 22 for the Welterweight Championship.
Both fighters are a little cautious coming out in the second round.
Which is kind of unexpected because they were pacing back and forth, just eyeing each other before the fight. Like two cage animals.
Exactly.
It was intense to watch.
Big
Nice
right hand from Spangler landing on Mikey.
Look for Gonzalez to make room as he did there for one of his nice kicks. He went for another highlight reel kick, but just missed it.
Spangler's doing a very good job at taking Gonzalez out of his game. Nice double leg by Spangler. Keeping it tight, he's inching himself up very slowly with that double leg, keeping leg control. Now he's in guard.
That's those many years of wrestling experience under Spangler's name. State champion from Montana. He moved there a few years ago. His striking is so good. He's trained with Kung Lee, Cain Velasquez, and now he trains with Manny Roca and James Perry here in his corner at Smash Gym. Mikey Gonzalez has been spending time on Checkmate, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and AKO in San Jose. So two fighters representing the San Jose area, which is pretty cool to see. Looks like Gonzalez is trying to set something up, maybe a guillotine, maybe a sweep.
I feel like what Gonzalez is trying to do right now with that underhook is try to get that arm away from his legs to where he can actually stand up. So he's going to try to push away and turn at the same time if he would have got it back.
Yes, while Spangler is looking to climb him up like a tree and suck his hips back in to flatten Gonzalez out and not let him get up and utilize that cage.
You could tell Spangler's so comfortable on the ground because he's actually taking time to look at his coaches to see what he has to do, what they're suggesting, and he takes it from there.
Absolutely. Good elbows landing.
Watch those elbows in the back of the head. Those were a little too close to comfort for me.
Yeah, that ruins. Kind of iffy sometimes. You know, sometimes refs will call it one way, sometimes another ref will call it another way.
Very true, very true.
I want the commission to make a strict rule to see what to deal with. 12-6, those elbows to the back of the head, because sometimes it's just not that black and white.
Oh yeah, no, trust me, I've taken an elbow to the back of the head. It's not fun. I got up at the end of the round, walking to the other person's corner.
Ah man, I can imagine. Spangler is very comfortable on the top. He was very relaxed. I mean, like we talked about earlier, he's a strike force veteran, many years of wrestling experience. He was a tremendous athlete in college. Got a scholarship to play football, so he's a very well-rounded fighter and athlete. And he doesn't look to be slowing down at all.
Gonzalez is doing very well right now, keeping him tight, so Spangler doesn't have to posture up and be able to throw those bombs. So he's doing a very good job at keeping him close.
Right. And I think Spangler refused to want to be on the receiving end of that highlight reel kick of Gonzalez, so that's probably why he wanted to take this fight immediately to the ground in the second round.
Oh no, that's the same thing I would have done. If I go against any striker, me personally, I'm taking him down to the ground. That's where I'm comfortable. That's where I know I can take less damage.
Yeah, exactly. That's the art of war. Play to your strengths and play to their weaknesses. Which Spangler is doing right now, because he knows that even though he is a great striker himself, I have to give him the credit, but Gonzalez is a very good striker. And you don't want to roll the dice in championship fights like this.
No, belt's on the line. You got to play smart.
There's a time to go for it, and there's a time to be smart and do what you got to do. And it looks like Spangler's making the right decisions to secure the second round here.
I have a feeling at this point, Spangler's going to throw some punches, and it's going to open up the guard, and he's going to be able to pass.
Right.
He's softening Gonzalez up at this point.
It doesn't look like he's actually trying to pass the guard as much. It looks like he's trying to lay in his guard to actually use his legs to hold him down into that position.
The crowd doesn't really get what's going on. To me, this is a very, very smart fight. I don't see why people are telling him to stand up. Just so you guys know, this is a 5. So Brady, obviously you're seeing both of these rounds going to Spangler so far.
100%. I mean, Gonzalez didn't get much offense in the second round. A little bit so in the first round, but Spangler's top game is takedowns in the first and second. I'd say easily winning.
Well, his top game too, it's there. He's holding him down. He's doing some damage, and he's nullifying. He's taking Gonzalez out of his game completely. What I would like to see this round is Spangler to, if he does get Gonzalez back to the ground, is to open up a little bit, do a little bit more damage, work a little bit more. Gonzalez, watch out for that takedown.
Here we go, third and final round here for the Welterweight Championship at Dragon House 22. Gonzalez is looking to land another highlight reel kick. Let's see if he can pull out another one out of his left pocket to win him his first title. Spangler, man, this guy's been on the block. He's fought for strikes force for many years. He's just playing a very smart fight so far. What do you think, Brody?
No, very smart fighter in general. He's taking Gonzalez out of his element, and he's holding him there. He's doing little damage. He's working. He's not being boring, at least in my eyes. But Gonzalez is doing a really good job of keeping his composure on the ground. He's doing a really good job holding him in guard, trying to, in the first round, trying for arm bars. There it goes again. Spangler with a nice, he's got the single leg right now.
You know, I really like that Spangler pushed the pace because he's winning the fight and he's not content with just playing defense. Because if you're just playing defense, it's easy to let your opponent get in his groove and work his game. So
Exactly.
I like that Spangler staying on the offense.
Well,
It's that wrestling mentality.
You can see that Spangler wants to possibly finish this fight by pushing the pace. He doesn't want to let it go to the judges at all. Or at least make it a definitive decision.
It's just that wrestling mindset that's making the big difference here in this fight. I mean, just that go mentality. Even when you're tired, you're still pushing. Even when you're up, even when you're winning, you're still grinding. You know what I mean, Robbie?
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. You keep pushing, you keep driving, and you chain everything together.
Striking being thrown, but I have to say this is actually a very technical fight. Spangler's doing a great job of working his game, advancing positions inch by inch, second by second, trying to improve his positions, which isn't easy.
No, you're 100% right. This is an entertaining technical fight. Just like you said, inching, trying to get position. Because once one of these fighters, or once Spangler does get position, he's gonna open up. No doubt about it.
Very nice mount take by Spangler. Just step over the legs while Gonzalez just scooted his hips back. I want to see him wall walk and use that fence to get back up.
Yeah, Gonzalez can definitely use the cage to stand up, but be wary because Sam Spangler still has those legs. So as soon as he starts crawling up, boom, a takedown happens again.
His hips back in, right?
There we go. And what did I say about position? He's gonna probably open up at this point.
I want to see him posture, or if Gonzalez bucks his hips, I want to see Spangler try to maintain that top position. Gonzalez needs to shrimp out, hip out, something. He needs to get out of this mount position.
I want to. Oh. He's in. There we go.
Looking to finish the fight here is Gonzalez. Spangler escapes. He's not quite free yet. He needs to posture, which he does. Oh, triangle attempt by Gonzalez.
Spangler doing an awesome job posturing straight up every time Gonzalez throws one of those legs up.
What a gutsy performance by Gonzalez, but the wrestling pedigree of Spangler is just looking too overwhelming here tonight.
Gonzalez not giving up.
Oh, absolutely not, Robbie. I mean, he has a very good ground game. Like I said before, I'm actually quite impressed. I've seen him tap people out with knee bars and arm bars, but tonight he's going against a very tough fighter in Spangler.
I wonder how the judges are going to score this fight, just because Gonzalez is landing strikes from the bottom.
You know, that is a good point, and we have seen crazier things happen. You know, you never know with these judges, so these fighters are going to swing to the bell.
Very good performance by both fighters. Gonzalez, really good off his back. Sam Spangler, strong, good wrestler. Good fight.
These people have trained hard judge's decision.
We're here to see the fight, not that one.
If you would like to hear the judge's decision, can we give both of these fighters a large round of applause? You just witnessed 15 minutes of chess played out with fists and feet. Here are the results. Judge 1 scored this fight 30-27 in favor of the red corner. Judge number 2 scored this fight 30-27 in favor of the blue corner. Judge number 3 scored this fight 28-29 in favor of the winner. In the red corner, Sam the Ram Spangler, the new Dragon House Welterweight Champion.
Congratulations, you are the new Dragon House Welterweight Champion. Give it up, everyone. I hope that's enough for you to take anything away from you or Mikey Gonzalez. This performance, that was one hell of a fight. How do you feel? Awesome. You guys are the best fans ever. Thank you so much, everybody. Mikey Gonzalez, very tough opponent. Thank you for fighting, putting up an awesome fight. I want to thank my awesome coaches and team. Coach Manny Rocha has been amazing. He really took me under his wing for the last couple of years. I love him. He's such a good guy. My other longtime friend, coach, trainer, and teammate, James Fury. I can't say enough about him. I love him to death. Coach Rudy Sanchez, the Smash Fight Team, the Smash Gyms. All my awesome sponsors, James Baserto, CSR, SCS, Curtis Summers, LTI Electric. I want to thank my family for coming out here. My parents, I could not have done it without you, taking me around the nation to wrestle from like a 6-year-old kid all the way up till now, supporting me from Montana. My awesome girlfriend Madeline, she has put up with so much. I know all kinds of mood swings and everything else for me. I love her. Thank you to all the Smash Gyms, Zong Lu for always putting on a great performance. My brother, thank you so much for coming out. I love you. All the Helena, Montana people, I love all you guys.
Thank you, Sam. That was a great fight between you and Mikey. I look forward to seeing you defend your belt. Sam the Ram Spangler, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, guys, one last envelope. It's gonna go to the fight of the night, the winner. It's gonna go to Josh Priver.